I welcome all of you to this new series, Learn English with Professor Sumita Roy. Today you have lesson 1 of this. Since many of you are asking in what order you should watch the videos, I have decided to number these lessons as 1, 2, 3, 4. Every one of you who wants to improve your English, who wants to become fluent in English, in speaking and writing English, will benefit with the help of these lessons, which come under the title Learn English. All of you who are really sincere and serious about learning English can also become members of the channel. We have primary and special membership, which makes you eligible to attend the live classes which I conduct on this channel. Let us now look at the different forms which help you to learn English better. Behind me, you can see a vehicle which is called a tuk-tuk. I use this tuk-tuk to go around the city. So I say that I travel in the tuk-tuk. For many vehicles which are small and where you sit down, we use in. But many others we also use on. How to know the difference? I say, my sister goes to office in a car. We go to the airport in a taxi or in a cab. If you go to see animals in a safari, then you can say that we go in a jeep to see animals in the safari. But suppose you don't want to take the jeep. Suppose you want to go on an elephant. Then we don't say in, we say on. We go on the elephant to the safari. In olden days, kings used to travel on the elephant. They would go around their capital on the elephant. If you have soldiers in olden days fighting, going to war, then they would go on horses. So again, we say on horses. When you have a bicycle, children go to school on bicycles. Again, you say on. For two-wheelers, where you have a scooter or a motorcycle, which we also call mobike, we say on. For bigger travel vehicles, like an aeroplane, we again say on. There are many VIPs on this flight today. We also say on for a train or a bus. But there are certain places where you are referring to a journey where we also say by. We can say, I go to my village by bus. When we also use walk, we say by walk. But suppose I want to say foot, that is walking, then I say on foot. On foot is an expression in English which we have to follow. If you remember these, you will learn better English. Many people use house and home wherever they feel like. But house is actually the physical building, and home is more of an emotional concept. Let us see how we can use both of them in sentences so that you can practice and learn to use them correctly. We can say, this is a nice house. We're talking about the building. She has bought a new house. Again, we are talking about the building. Please come home whenever you're free. I'm inviting you to a place where I'm comfortable. There, the word home is correct. I'm not at home on Sunday. Here again, you are not talking about the physical building. You are talking about a place where you live happily. My home is a happy place. You can use that. Or these days, there are many homestays, places where you can live as though you are living as comfortably as you are at home. And they put a tag to their names. They say, a home away from home. Here, they don't mean a physical building. They mean a home away from home means you'll be as comfortable here as you are in your own house. So you can see that the emotional connect is there. There are many houses on this street. Or you can say, I can see a house with a red roof next to me. We can use the word house also to describe. This house has 4 bedrooms, or this house has an open kitchen, where you are describing the physical features of a single building, and that is the house. We can also use home by saying that, a place where we go. I go home for lunch every day. So here you're not talking about the physical building. You're talking about the concept of going to eat at a place where you are comfortable. And that is your home. We also say home sweet home. There again, home sweet home is where you are emotionally connected to the place. Let us see today how the word hand, hand, can be used in different ways to mean different things. In a sentence, the king handed over the power to the parliament. What you use is hand over. Hand over means to give. We handed over our responsibility to the younger generation. Again, we are using hand over. You can also use the noun form handouts. When you make a presentation, you can prepare handouts to give to the audience. The handouts which the speaker gave were very useful. Handout is that piece of paper or many pieces of paper where you write all the points of the presentation which you're going to make. So again, the word hand is used. Then you have the word hand in. He handed in his resignation. That is, he gave. You know, people handed in various things which they did not require. So you go to a place where you find that people have donated many things. So that is also hand in. Now you can use it in a phrase like hand in hand. Two friends were walking in the park hand in hand. That is together. These two countries have similar ideas, therefore, they are marching hand in hand. Here, we are not talking about physical hand in hand, but about ideas. Then you also have hand in glove, glove. Hand in glove would mean that it is something which you're doing with another person in secret. All the people who were corrupt were hand in glove with each other. Now you also have another one, and that is an iron hand in a velvet glove. This is a saying which means that you are very strict, you are very stern, but you don't allow it to appear. Many times, a leader has to be a person who has an iron hand in a velvet glove. After watching this video, try to recall whatever you have watched, what you have heard, and what you have read on the screen. Now you try to speak about all this. As much as you remember, do not worry about making mistakes, because then you can listen to the video again and correct your mistakes. You can also practice writing. Write down all the points which you remember after you have watched the video and closed it. If you require, watch the video many times. This should help you to master the language well, because listening and reading are what you require to improve your English. These are very important. If you have comments, if you have questions, don't forget to send them in the comment box. Every one of you will get responses. Sometimes it takes a week or 3-4 days, but I always respond to every comment which comes. Just saying good morning or saying thank you doesn't help. Write a few sentences in the comment. Share the video with everybody. Join the channel as a member to get more benefits. If you haven't subscribed, do it, and hype every video which you think is worth watching. Thank you and all the best.